Instagram. Hey, Facebook.
Hey, Instagram. Hey, Facebook.
What is going on, everybody?
Hey, guys. Hello.
It is 7 o'clock on the dot.
Yes. How are y'all doing tonight?
I hope all is well with everybody.
We're just gonna share.
We'll share and like.
And we want you guys to like and share as well.
Yes, please and thank you. Yes.
Hope y'all doing good today. Good today. Let me see. Let me find us live. Yep, we're live.
We're live.
We're live, y'all.
We're live, baby.
Let me find us now. Who got it up so loud?
I know. Oh, let me
Like, she got it so loud, y'all. We know we live.
I'm trying to turn it down. Hold up. Let me turn it down.
It's like she just got it live, y'all.
Hey, Instagram. What's going on, Instagram?
I sent the page to you guys before. Now I'm sending you the video so you can watch us live.
We want to see y'all.
We
What's
want
going
to see
on?
you. Men too,
And
of
absolutely.
course.
We do not discriminate over
We
here.
don't, because Tammy don't discriminate. I'm just joking. No, we want to see you all guys up here tonight. Let me see. We're just sharing. So I want to see, and listen, if you guys are tuning in, I want you to say something.
Please do.
Just say, I'm gonna put a hand up, hey, peace, something.
We love a good little interaction.
Just something. We want you to interact, but just say something.
I hope everybody's Friday is going. Look, she talking about mine, hers loud too.
Right. Am I the only one who turned my phone down? I just want everybody to tune in.
I know. Tune in, everybody.
Yes.
Everybody.
I'm just doing the share again.
Share and like and share.
Share, like.
All right. I hope everyone is having a good week. Who's on live?
Who you got up there?
Come on, comment, like, share, like and share and like. Michaela's actually on that page. Don't go on that other page.
Y'all.
Stay on my page and share it on my page. Hey, who's here? Say hello, everybody.
Self-awareness.
Hi.
Hi, Candy. How are you doing? That's my stepmother, Candy.
Hey.
Thank you for saying hey.
Hey.
Share. Now you said hey. Now share.
I know. Share.
Because we're trying to reach the world. That's what we're doing here.
Absolutely.
Share. I'm going to share on my page now. So you can just click on it and see what in the world's going on. And I'm going to share on my story. You know, I find out when you share stuff on your story,
they're watching more of the story.
Looking.
Really?
So I'm telling you, I figured that out. People out of here, I'm like, dang.
Oh, they be peeping.
I'm like, I'm friends with him.
Uh-oh.
So I'm sharing it on my story.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, dude.
You know what? I did see that. Is that something new they started?
I don't know, but I found that when I share stuff on my story, I get
I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah.
It's like people be looking.
Like, all these views but no likes.
I said what, but I don't care. You're muted, and you're gonna see that.
And you see me, so guess what? I'm applying pressure and I'm stepping on your neck.
So you until you.
I did not. Oh, you sure can.
Yes.
I'm going to share it to my story.
Yes, ma'am. I shared it right onto my story.
Oh, okay.
That's why I told you earlier. I shared the thing to my story.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm learning something new. The little publications.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we. Oh, let me go on Instagram because I do have Instagram.
Oh.
Let me do that the same. I think I have the same.
I'm learning. You know, one thing I have learned: social media is always changing. Like no matter what, you get used to something, you gotta always stay in the know. Because if you don't, you will be short.
Yours, you will be. Honey.
You will be super, ooper, duper short.
So I need everybody to tune in.
Okay. Look, and now your phone over here working.
Somebody, I thought I turned that thing down.
Not you barking, sis.
She's over here barking.
My phone just saying rough. I don't know what's going on.
Who is on Instagram? Let's see who's on Instagram.
That's LJ gonna send me a bark because he watching. Boy, you better be watching. I ain't see you comment. Did you comment? You're liking it, and now you need to share it.
Right.
Hey Tiara, hey. Oh, thank you, Candy.
What you on Facebook?
I think I'm on Facebook.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I'm so glad you said I'm so glad you're saying hey. Remember, if I said it, we all send it. Please say hey. And then go like, share, all that good stuff. All over the world.
All right. So who is on our Instagram?
Hello, Miss Green. Hey, Talara.
Oh, Zizi, where's she at? She on
Tiara.
Instagram? Let me see.
Ezel. Green.
Yeah, but I'm saying Talara. You said Talara.
You said Talara.
Tiara, y'all.
Oh. She was like, no.
Hey, Tiara.
Hey, you never know, you might speak Talara watching.
Yeah, because she came on
She
the
does
first
be
week.
watching though.
Okay. So, hi everybody. We can't see, well, we'll see you from the phone.
Yes.
But listen, share with a friend, tag, inbox, spread the word. We are here on a Tuesday. Ladies, throw back, kick back, Tuesday. Throw it all the way back. Relax. Relax. I hope everybody is having a great week. Today is the first day of Black History Month.
Yes.
So, of course, we celebrate Black history every day.
Every day.
But this time was carved out just for us.
Because us
Yes.
is black.
Because, you know, and just love the
Black and
blackness.
beautiful.
Black and beautiful.
Yes.
So,
That's who we are.
listen, go ahead and like and share. Listen, y'all, we are super excited. As we told you guys last week, we are definitely expanding ourselves.
Yes.
We are not only on Facebook, we also are on Instagram. Not only are we on Instagram, we are on YouTube. And now we are actually, you can listen to us on the go. So, listen, we are not only on these three platforms, we are now on Spotify. Y'all, I've been saying Shopify.
She been saying Shopify. Forgive her for last week for saying Shopify. When she said, you look at, I'm probably like, what's Shopify?
We are now on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
We are now on Anchor. We are on iHeartRadio.
Mm-hmm.
And we are on Google Podcasts. So we are on different platforms.
Yes.
It is amazing what God is doing.
Yes.
As a team, as individuals, as a business. It is definitely great to be on this side.
Yes, it is.
And so what we do over here, we do put God first. No matter, what we talk about and what we do, it's life. And we love it abundantly. And so I am thankful that we are pressing out of just what we're used to and out of our norm. So please pray for us.
Please.
This is an amazing journey. And I'm so glad we have amazing people here with us on this journey. And so, yeah.
Yes.
Oh yes, once again, happy Black History Month. And so we are going to do business of the week. See, I ain't gonna do no game with y'all this time.
You should. I was looking forward to that. So I was actually looking forward to it.
So I ain't do one this week.
I had my thing up. Spit
I know,
out.
I know you did. I know you did.
I was ready.
I know you was real ready too.
Yes.
Business of the week.
So business of the week, Aisha will be doing business of the week.
Business of the week is Audrika Atkinson. Instagram is at Exquisite Design HF. SHF. Her Facebook is Audrika Atkinson, and her website is www.exquisitedesignshf.com. And if you need any more information or business cards, they will be at Tashel's Culture Boutique.
Yes.
So yeah, I went and looked at some of her stuff that she really had some.
She
really
got
nice.
some.
Yeah, I
She
did. I looked
does.
at it too.
She got some little throws. Nice
Yeah, I
little
see that.
hats.
Mhm.
Yeah, I did see the hats. Yeah.
So she has some really nice stuff. So go and support. I am always going to say that. Support. Yes, and she was scared to say it because she's from like Tishel's boutique. Absolutely, because I may not be able to have any like the certain things that she may have.
Exactly.
So we may have two different audiences. I do not mind. That does not bother me.
It's enough money
for everybody to be made out here. So please go support her. Like she said, she is on Facebook and she is on Instagram, and she does have a website. So go support, shop, y'all. I know y'all ladies like to shop. Don't act like y'all don't.
Yes.
I mean, y'all go on date nights with your man.
Valentine's Day coming up.
I know Valentine's Day is coming up, so you know you need that little date night dress with your man or your friends, because everybody ain't got no man.
Yeah, I definitely don't have one. So
look, she was about to say, I don't got no man.
You have one. Got a man in Jesus, but still, I'm gonna dress up cute.
Yeah.
So shop with Tishel's Culture.
Yes.
Or Audrika Atkinson.
And like Tichelle say, there are different styles of clothing.
Absolutely. Yes. But she has, I went and looked at it today. She really has some amazing items and clothes and stuff. So go support. You don't have to go online. You got some really nice people that's locally here that's, gonna give you the best of the best. Yeah. So please go support her. So we're in Black History Month, and so a little birdie told me about some things that's going on in the world. So
she don't watch the news.
Y'all listen, I don't watch the news. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a political person. I'm not gonna lie. But I do have two people that's on the team that definitely loves all the above, and that's Akia Sky and Miss Tammy Blyden. They will tell me to
Tammy B.
Yes, Miss Tammy B. But they always telling me, something that's going on. And I think my friend Tony, she's actually the one that kind of brought this to my attention. So I was like, hey, you know what? Because we're definitely getting into Black History Month, I thought it was a great thing to discuss about the Supreme Court. I don't want to get it wrong, but I'm going to let Miss Tammy B over here tell us what's going on, because Kia, some current events going on in Brilliant Brains of Women.
Well,
she's gonna tell us.
I'm not gonna go too deep, but I think it's gonna go good with the topics that we're doing about insecurities and respect and things of that nature, and also Black History Month. So, President Biden, he's getting ready to pick someone for the Supreme Court. Justice Breyer is getting to retire. Usually when they leave about it, they die.
Really?
Yeah, they ain't retiring about it.
Out of what?
Out of the Supreme Court. Like, you got Clarence Thomas. Remember Anita Earls long time ago.
Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere. You staying there till you're dead.
Really?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. But he's been there for 28 years, but he wants to retire. This guy, Justice Breyer, he's been there for 28 years. Mm-hmm. He was inducted during the Clinton administration, so he's been there a very long time. Mm-hmm. So, who was that?
That's my cousin.
Oh, okay. So what President Biden has done, he said that he's going to pick a Black woman to fill that seat
for the Supreme Court.
That's
awesome.
So that, to me, that's interesting, because of course Black History Month, and of course Brilliant Brains of Women, of course. So me and Kia looked at some stuff on some of the women. Some of the names I can't pronounce, because guess what? They sisters, and I can't say their name.
Really?
I swear. But like Wilhelmina, I can say Wilhelmina. So can you imagine Wilhelmina in Supreme Court? Wilhelmina, and we got LaAndrea, I can't say her name, Kruger, who is the youngest of them. She is 45 years old, and that's a plus.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Because usually when they come in there, of course,
they're old.
So she's the youngest one. California Supreme Court Justice. She was a Harvard and Yale graduate. And believe it or not, me and my girls talk about stuff like my kids. Mm-hmm. Because I have girls, and this is something big for them. Mm-hmm. She's a Yale and Harvard graduate. She's clerk for Supreme Court Justice. Mm-hmm. She has served as Solicitor General. I mean, these women have done some stuff. You hear me? Then you got Michelle Childs. She is 55. They said she might be the favorite right now.
They gonna choose.
Yeah. She is Biden's most influential congressional. What else about her? Like I say, me and Kia was writing notes, so we just kind of piggyback because she's not here. The three more recent ladies that's been talked about was like Anita Earls, Wilhelmina Wright, and Melissa Murray.
All African American?
Yes, ma'am.
Jesus, okay.
Now I got my own notes too. So like I said, Katana, I might be saying her name wrong, but I'm just gonna say Miss Jackson. If you're nasty. She had the same birthday as me.
Okay. So y'all will get along really well.
She's a Virgo.
She's a Virgo like us.
Yeah, September 14, 1970. She was appointed by Joe Biden and Barack Obama, so she might be somebody else that, she's one of the ladies too. She's an American attorney. She served as circuit judge on the United States Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit. After high school, Jackson studied government at Harvard University. She graduated in 1992. When she was in college, this is good about her. When she was in college, her uncle was sentenced to prison for a nonviolent cocaine charge.
Oh, wow.
So years later, she got a law firm to take his case pro bono to fight for him. And President Barack Obama eventually commuted his sentence. He got rid of the sentence because it was not that serious. She also led a protest against the students who displayed Confederate flags from their dorm windows.
Oh, wow.
I got Wilhelmina Wright. All these women are like who he's choosing was like from Barack Obama or the Clinton administration. So it's either or. Like Anita Earls, African American civil rights attorney, educator. One of the women is like Anita Earls.
And so all these women are running for that.
They don't run.
Okay.
That's the difference. They don't run.
Okay, you educated.
The president.
He gets to choose them.
So you got to look at when Trump was in office, how he chose before he left.
Yeah.
Like a few days.
Okay.
So pretty much, but this is good for us to know this because these is African American women.
Right.
We got African American girls, and I mentioned they're women, so it doesn't matter if they're black or white. They're still women, and they not old women.
So it's usually old people that actually older. We won't say old people. Well-seasoned people go in.
Because I had wrote a paper on one of the ladies. I think she died.
Kids said they are in mind.
Huh?
Kids said they are in mind. Those people that you.
Yeah. So a lot of them are from the Clinton administration. So they helped with the Clinton administration. They did so much stuff. So that's just some good little short news. To follow, let me see. I was going to say something about one of these ladies here. Anita Earls. It was a good thing I read about her. She's a mixed woman. Her mom is white and her dad is black. But technically, in the eyes of law, she still would be black because her dad is black.
Right.
Really?
So that's how it was back in the day. She had a hard time growing up because she didn't know who she identified as. She knew she identified as, but people didn't know who she identified as, black or white. Because she's so light, so she had a hard time because her brother, I think, was darker than her. So it was just a lot.
Zella Green asked, or is she saying, the president fills that seat?
Yes, he does. Yes.
Okay.
So it's not something we vote on, but we chose the president, so we're choosing, so we're going to trust who he is.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we already knew if something comes up, that's what he already promised to do anyway. So when he said that when he was running, this is what he gonna do. So
got it.
So we voted for him. So yeah, he chooses them.
Okay.
So that's just a little bit of tidbit on that part there.
Well,
and we can keep eyes on the news, y'all.
I was about to say you and Miss Scott have to keep us updated.
Yeah, please, ma'am.
But you have a daughter, so it's just best to keep up.
Yeah.
It's something for your daughters to look up to.
I don't watch the news, but
I don't.
I'm gonna look for you and Kia for that.
But I know. But listen, if it's something I need to know, I do have people in my tribe.
Yes,
even with you and Kia.
Because she
Tony
gets
tells
on
me the
my
same
nerves.
Because I was like, Well, let's dig into that a little bit. Let's do something a little different, you know. So,
because I would tell you all the time, say, "Did you see that on the news?"
And I'm like,
no. Where you at? Is you under a rock?
No, I'm not under a rock. I just always been the person that I don't entertain a whole bunch of news because if it's bad news, it'll get me in a place, and it's just I'm very careful about it.
Believe it or not, like before me and Rashawn, we used to watch the news, like The View. I'm such a news junkie. I record The View.
I know. Do you still look at The View?
I still look at The View every day. Because I don't have nobody to argue with, so I'm just debating with the TV by myself. So yes, I still look at The View, and I'm like, oh, look pause this. Wait, let me think. Let me look this up. Okay. I was looking at The View before I came here, actually.
See,
from today.
That's what I'll be talking about.
Yeah. So, and I record Good Morning America.
See,
that's bad.
How you?
I do.
I don't watch any of that.
I do.
Really?
No.
I do. I do. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
But you still got cable though, don't you?
No.
How are you watching
YouTube TV, baby?
Yeah. So listen, tonight we are doing part 2 of self-awareness.
Oh yes.
It is part 2 of self-awareness.
What?
So we are going to focus on insecurities.
Baby.
I know that is a subject that
Baby.
that's honestly that's almost like a cuss word.
That's a cuss word.
Because none of us want to identify any of our insecurities.
Well,
shoot.
Since I'm on this path to working with inner self, I used to have an insecurity about the hair that grew in on my chin and stuff. But baby, and you know, insecurity down no more. It's the reason why. My grandma was a full-blooded Indian. I'm okay. I can get a little wax. If you like me, know that this is here, and I'm not gonna go get a wax all the time. So that's one of my insecurities.
Okay.
Another one is that I have bushy eyebrows, and I haven't went and got them arched in like 3 months, but I'm still beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yes, you are.
You know what I'm saying?
But a lot of people are not open about that. They're not open about to stuff like that.
And my husband gonna love me. Bushy eyebrows, little hair on my chin, little hair on my lip. That means everything's good in the hood.
But you know what? What could be an insecure for me, which it ain't, is weight.
Oh,
and
that's,
yeah,
but you know why it ain't insecure? Because my thing is like this here. I ain't sick.
Yep.
I ain't on all kinds of medication.
Amazing.
So that could be an insecure, but these days people have made that such a big thing.
And keep going to getting all these BBLs. I ain't knocking it.
But people
have what you do.
Weight and insecurity. You can have just your hair, your nails. It can be some sort of insecurity, and then you can get stuff trying to fix it. But guess what? Ain't fixing your insecurity.
Absolutely.
Because all that's inside. Because you trying to fix up the outside, but in the inside you still feel like crap.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have to work on those insecurities because it all starts on the inside.
So I looked up the word insecurity. Let me tell y'all something. Insecurity goes real like it goes deep because once you identify and then you identify what the insecurity might be, then it goes deep because you got to go behind that. It's just a revolving thing. So when I looked it up, it is a feeling of inadequacy, not being good enough, and uncertain. It produces anxiety about yourself, about goals, relationships, ability to handle certain situations.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So most of the time when you think about insecurity, you think about relationships. Because that's when you most hear it.
It's not that.
It is so much more, and it's so much deeper than relationships. Because that's the most common thing you hear. Oh, well, she's insecure or he's insecure.
Yeah. It's a lot of insecure men. I'm sick of it.
So, but
Mommy issues or something.
But like I said, it goes deeper than a relationship.
Yeah.
So, as I was looking up this word, they said and men fall in the category as well too. So it says 7 common insecurities is exhibiting emotions, relationship stability, not meeting expectations, job security, physical setbacks, financial security, body image, and emotional intimacy.
I totally agree on all of those that you spoke on. I mean, we can go get so deep into that.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Just get deep into the sex part.
Yeah.
The what part?
It's even sexual.
You can dig deep into that.
Because even on both sides, it's like, you know, women deal with the beauty. They deal with aging. They deal with their size, their body parts.
Yeah.
Because now the narrative is not knocking nobody who's done got body work. If that's what you do, sis, that's what you do.
That's what you do.
I just take care of yourself.
Money, I do the work.
See, as long as you take care of yourself, you good. But even when it's a thing now, because women, you know, society has drawn this narrative of having a certain body shape. And I mean, like I said, it's nothing wrong with it if that's what you choose to do, as long as you being, you know, healthy and taking care of yourself. But that changes the whole narrative of things.
Though society has also, I would say, messed up our girls, because I know when I went to take Simone she had bought a dress for her birthday, and she did a TikTok on buying clothes for a plus size girl. Simone not plus size. And so when we went to the store, the clothes were made a certain way. And I said, well, baby, this stuff ain't for you. It's for certain girls.
Petite. And
who don't have the stuff.
But she's perfect.
But even with Catherine playing something as small as soccer, one of the girls, she had the soccer shorts on. They ain't made, I'm being honest with you, they ain't made for sisters. They not. So her butt was hanging out. Cat ain't got no big butt, but she had a certain type shape. And so she was like, she felt some type of way. And I was like, you don't need to feel no type of way. You know, but that's another insecurity what she can have on herself. And I say, you better love who you are. Bump that. You don't need no straight hair. You don't need none of that.
Even with the hair. Oh Lord. And kids say it's an internal work. Absolutely. But you got, even when you say internal work, some people don't want to do their work.
They don't.
Because it opens up almost a Pandora's box.
Ooh, baby.
When you have to go through that process and you doing that internal work, it will put you in a place where you like, oh my gosh, I can't contain this.
Your eyes gonna be open.
Absolutely. I was having a conversation with someone today, and we always, because I used the word when I actually was talking about insecurity, and when we discovered that piece of knowing that we have that insecurity, it is so hard for us to accept that's something that we hold. And there can be underlying insecurities to trigger us to act a certain way. One thing it even said too, when I was doing the research, it says traumatic events. So a lot of times when you suppress something and you think, oh, well, I'll see with it, I'll deal with it, it don't bother me. But as soon as something happened, that trigger happened, you go into that insecure moment. Like, I mean, and you like, oh my God, even crises.
Oh, yeah.
No, for real.
Crisis will put you in those, because it's almost, that's another trigger. If somebody say a trigger word to you.
Yeah.
That puts you in a place. A loss. Definitely loss.
A loss.
Yeah.
Because, you know, with that, you can feel insecure about that, because you can think that the person even the person you lost, is like, what's better. And we talked about this yesterday.
Yep.
You can be like, wait a minute, that person ain't better. I'm doing this.
And it goes, and it made me think about it when I was doing, you know, looking up this word and doing the research. It made me think about what you said.
Because I was like,
so you know what? This is good for me because soul ties are real.
Baby, soul ties ain't no joke.
I have an ex that made me think I was insecure about certain things.
That's narcissist, baby.
Yeah,
that's
a whole other girl.
He was the one that was insecure about who he was.
Oh yeah,
and so
narcissist.
I'm coming into, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and realizing like, you know what? I'm the prize.
Yes.
That part.
I'm the winner.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
I'm the worthy one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working through my insecurities because I'm not going to say it's because of him I had insecurities. I have insecurities because of trauma and things I've been through in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But once I started realizing who I was and who I am, who God says I am, I'm dope.
Yep.
My vibe is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you missed out. Work on your insecurities because I'm flavor, baby.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't even, I've been around people or with people or in relationships with people, whether if it's a friendship, whether if it's a romantic relationship.
Thank you,
I've been
Ezel Green.
Thank you. I have been in situations where, and I think I had shared this with you, where just like you just said, certain people will pick at you about something and pick at you about something. And it's almost like a repertory thing over and over again. It's almost they planting that negative seed. And as they keep planting that negative seed, you really start to think that that's your insecurity, when in reality is their insecurity.
Hey, Marquita.
But you definitely have to go in and do the work for yourself, because it goes back to what Kia said. You have to do the internal work, because you'll be gathering all this stuff up along the way and doing this work that you think is yours, and it's really not yours. You've been carrying somebody else's stuff.
Honey, I took that coattail off. That coattail, that coat tail on the end, and everybody be hanging on to it with their insecurities and their problems. Let me do y'all a favor. Let me take this coat off, and I'm gonna set this coat to the side, because guess what? Ain't nowhere in the world I got all these problems.
But it is true, and even the underlying insecurity, it's almost like it creeps up on you, like,
no, thank you.
So now you have to go through this thing, because you got to sort what's your insecurities and what's somebody else's.
But you know what I found out too with that? I found out a pen, and a piece of paper.
Yes.
Will work wonders with
yes, it will.
You writing down. So is this your problem or is this
somebody else?
Because when you said today, not too long ago, you didn't know that I was person dealing with. Am I a good mother? You didn't know, but when you said it, you just said it. But I dealt with it.
Awesome.
But the reason why I deal with insecure with that, because I was with someone that said, "You not no good mama."
You are awesome, mama. I don't know who that was.
But the person who's I'm not gonna say the person's name. But
the devil is alive.
The person who said, and I'm like, well, hold
they
up.
They ain't even a good parent.
I was like, wait, hold up. Where is your kid? You never raised your child. You're doing things around your kid. But it was their insecure, and also they were a narcissist. So
so these things, that insecurity, and then you have someone putting their insecurities on you.
So you literally going crazy.
Yeah,
and it was like your hair falling out,
and it will put you in a place where then that's depression coming in.
You in the corner crying somewhere. You wonder what the heck did I do wrong?
I'll tell somebody quick now, because I've learned to set boundaries. Oh baby, you're not about to push your insecurities on me. You need to work through that. Display your emotions in a healthy way, and if you have a mental health issue, it's okay to go and seek that help. Because in the Black community, we like to push stuff under the rug. Oh, it's okay. It's this. No, if you have mental issues, especially if you deal with extreme anxiety, depression, all of that stuff, go sit down and talk to somebody. God put the people here for me and you.
Yep.
I am a very big advocate of mental health.
Kia said, and be careful to listening to yourself. You'll start sounding like them. Girl.
Yep.
Yes, Kia.
Yes, ma'am.
Your mannerisms, everything will be identical to that person. So I would say that's when you have to go in and really talk and really deal with yourself and go deeper. Because I'll say you could take, and I'll just say physical appearance. we as women, we all have an issue with our physical appearance.
I don't like this little kangaroo pouch.
Yeah, but you got look. Whoever comes in your life, they gotta love the hips and all.
But I'm just saying, I don't like the kangaroo pouch.
Right.
Me. Somebody else might like it, but I don't like it.
Yeah. But you know that's something you have to work. You want to work on. That goes into that internal thing. Okay, but then you gotta think about it too. I've seen some beautiful people, nice looking men and women. They literally hate looking at themselves in the mirror, and I really was one of those people.
I encourage people to go stand in the mirror naked.
Yep. That is my biggest thing.
Cause baby,
stand in the mirror,
I have no issue with that.
And give yourself that affirmation. Like it's nothing wrong with that. And I believe like even in our culture, I'll say it steers back to, slavery. Like we didn't deal with stuff like the normal person would. And we grew up, we don't talk about that. We're not gonna discuss that. That's a family secret.
That's a family secret.
Yep. We don't discuss that. That's a family secret.
Izelle's Candace, she said people will interject their shortcomings on you.
Yep.
They will.
Honey, what you talking about?
And you gotta know who you are at the end of the day.
You do. But I think if you're already broken, because sometimes people will attract broken people.
Yes, they will.
And I'm mainly talking about men. It's like they seek. Like who you can devour, of course.
Yeah.
Women do it too now.
Let me say this. Women, to me, we are the master manipulators.
But also, that's true because we can think we're fixing a man. We get a broken man.
I don't want nothing broke.
But I'm saying we would get
no
one.
And
I used to at one time.
I used to. No, I would get one and say, because I know they're insecurity. So you're right, and try to fix them. You know,
I feel like you did so.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
And then when they get it together, y'all, they'll leave you.
Wait, what? I did all of that.
Well, this one ain't getting together, and he's still left and still broke, so I don't care.
This has an open door for manipulation. Yes, ma'am. So we can all do it, not knowing that we doing it.
Yep.
Nope.
Because when you said that, I'm like,
sometimes, okay, now let me tell you. Sometimes I know what I be doing.
Jesus, they say you a fixer. Fix my
hot plate. They can't get any of that anymore.
Good, don't fix that plate.
You want me to tell you why?
No, I already know why. Don't do it.
Well, I ain't doing it.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Not doing it.
But piggyback even what you said. One of the things it said on here for women, intellectual abilities. So when we were having that discussion, was it yesterday? Mm-hmm. And you said you were looking at your kids, and you like, where did they get that from?
Yep.
And where did they get that from?
And believe it or not, my children ain't got the same day. So
exactly.
So I know the common denominator.
Exactly. And it made me listen to you what you were saying. But it also made me learn new things about you because I just didn't know. I didn't know those things. I'm like, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, well, my kids definitely act like me, and it irritates the crap out of me.
But you gotta see the good in that too. There's good, because we're always pointing out the negative of what a child look like or
not
act
so
like.
Much negative with me, and mine is just how I stay on top of them with certain things. That's how they give it to me. Like, and I be like.
So I'm the mama.
And they be like, okay, you the mama, but still, if you wrong, you wrong.
Because, I look at, like, with my mama, because I realized this today. I said, my mama is so blunt and outspoken, right?
Yes. So it's
and I said, wait a minute.
Yes.
I am too. Exactly. I didn't realize. I was like, because I tell somebody, I was like, I think you're dumb. That don't make sense.
That didn't make sense.
I just have a nicer way of saying it instead of being me. I do.
Because G will tell
always say it with some nasty words. But I say it in a nice tone voice.
Yeah, nice
like, I didn't order this food. Why would you bring that to me?
So, even when you go back and you think about that, if that is an insecurity for you, you have to go, first of all, identify it.
Yes, ma'am.
And be okay with identifying.
Yeah.
I think that's a hard thing for all of us to identify that particular thing.
I want to say so much more, but we on live, and I don't because it's a lot of stuff that God put in. And I'm like, oh my God, that's it.
You know, the good thing about insecurity is your self-worth.
Yeah.
Or you think you're undeserving of things.
Yep.
Because it took me years to realize I deserve this.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You deserve everything
I tell everybody all the time about, I use this closet scenario about, why is that doing that? Anyway, I use this closet scenario. Like when we lived in a trailer, we had one closet, right? We piled everything in the closet. Then when I get in this big house, I'm still living the same way. Like I'm in that one closet. Everything piled on one side.
But
I'm not even using the other side of the closet.
You got a beautiful home.
Because I'm thinking, the whole time, I always said, I don't think I deserve this. Why do I have this? So that leads to an insecure mindset. Because therefore, people around you come around you and they gonna treat you like that.
Yep. And because of the way you treat yourself.
You are, girl.
But I'm just saying, that's something I had to deal with on my own, and I had to see for myself. People can say, you a good mom. I got to see that myself. And again, that's where the pen and paper come in there.
And that's what you said. It goes back to what you said. You have to know who you are. You could tell me blue in the face that I'm smart, or you could tell me blue in the face that I'm beautiful, or you could tell me blue in the face, girl, you don't have to deal with your weight issues. But until I believe that, nothing you say really not gonna matter to me. Because that is an insecurity. That's my own issue. That's my own thing that I have to deal with and I have to work out.
That's so right.
That's so right. A lot of times, I've heard people say, I don't think that. Even with me, when I went through the process of buying my house, I'm a single mom.
We both went through that.
Right. And it's like, for me, it's like, God, do you really want me to have this?
Like, what are you doing?
Because I made this decision this time. I dealt with this person. I allowed this to happen. I allowed that. God, I didn't put you first.
Mess, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
But isn't it crazy how you point out your own problems?
Absolutely.
And God is not. But it's also too. But God is not paying attention to that.
No. But we get in that flesh. We get in that flesh thing to put out.
And our hearts are amazing.
Absolutely. But we will be our biggest critics.
Yes, we are our own worst enemy.
We will talk ourselves into under a rock if we could. And so
sound like me.
Exactly. So now it's at a phase of it's good to I think self-awareness is always a revolving door. I don't even know if everybody noticed. A lot of times whenever we come back from our break or even starting out, I always ask you to do the work. Because we could talk about amazing other things, about business, about money, about finances, about banking and all of that. But you got to have your mindset ready for those amazing things that can happen. Because I'm gonna piggyback on when you're going into home ownership, you got to get your mind out of being a renter. You got to get your mind out of being, like you have to get your mind out of that. And then you have this, most of the time when people move into a bigger space, you're used to just that space.
That's what I'm saying about that closet. You used to just that little tiny space.
And I stayed in an apartment for 15 years. For me, for the first year of being in my home, in my mind, I felt like it was a vacation home. And people looked at me like, I never really was like open about it. This is my first time being open about it. Like if you talk to me in my private sector, like I would say that, they actually, I don't know. And literally I felt, I probably just got comfortable being in my home this past year. And people don't even know that, because when you've been in a place for so long, and you think, insecurity is a thing even when it comes to failure. Insecurity of failures. Because here it is, you have this thing, and you have these little people that are solely depending on you to make sure they have a place to live, they have lights, they have clothing. They are solely dependent on you. So in your mind, for me, I went through this whole meltdown because I did not want to fail my children. And we all go through that thing in life. Like you when you're walking into something new and you've never been there before, it's that thing to have that emotional moment.
And you know what I did before, and it was just recently, and that's why I say you have to sit back and just watch.
Hey, Monica.
What I did, I sat down in my living room and I just looked. And I said, I do deserve this.
Yes, you do.
I am deserving of this. I see Zella had said it starts from within self-esteem.
Yes.
That's why it's called self-esteem. You have to work on you.
Yep.
You do have to work on you.
Yep.
You do.
And even if you was sitting down, like when I got COVID last year, I had to sit down. I had to work on me. I can't sit there and work on nobody else because I'm the one who's sick and laid up in the room with the door shut when nobody can come in.
Right.
So guess what?
And it's easy to point. It's easy to point out somebody else's insecurities.
Yeah.
It's easy to point out somebody else's wrong.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, what I do not like, and I think I don't know if it's a human nature thing. If I did something in the past, let it stay in the past.
Well,
don't bring it to my present nor my future. It's almost like you made a mistake, you did something wrong, and people it's like a stamp. Like,
well, let me tell you something. I'm never in denial about anything that I did. I am a recovering drug addict. I have been clean 8 years, January the 7th, from PCP, 10 years from powder, right, which is cocaine. So a person got on Facebook and got mad at me because I spoke on mental health, and they said, "Oh, you snorting powder, FATT, saying all that mean stuff," and I didn't respond because why am I going to respond to outdated milk? You're only saying that because you don't know the me now.
That's it.
And you don't know what I have going on. Yeah, I did all those things, but those things made me who I am today. And I went through those things to help somebody else. That's how I'm able to help you identify your mental health issue, ma'am, because I can't speak on something I don't know about.
Well, believe it or not, what you went through, it made you who you are today.
Absolutely.
It did.
Everything you go through.
And I love it.
Everything. That's why you cannot regret or let yourself get low based on what happened or what you went through in your life. Everything.
Because everything starts in the mind.
Yes.
If the enemy can get in your mind and begin to alter your thinking about who you are, he sabotages your life.
Absolutely.
I remember a pastor, I'm going to let you move on. I remember this pastor that I know had did something. He had a white piece of paper, and he put a dot in the center of the paper. And he said, no matter what, everybody going to always remember that one dot. But look at the whole white sheet of paper. That's God.
True.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Everybody going to remember that one dot that you did. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Because God didn't forget.
Because, baby, when they say Tammy slept around,
okay, sis. And okay, so this is good because when we talk about insecurities, we're talking about stuff that we've been through. So we're not ashamed of who we were and what we've been through because look at us now. Back then they didn't want us, and now we're not.
long.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about?
Isabella said, praise the Lord. That's great. You have to be careful what you allow yourself to see and hear and speak.
That's right.
And look at kids. I'm
He's recover.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Well,
so you can't go on me and I remember.
I'm in recovery.
Somebody did that. I was like, so you really gonna bring up what I did? Do we put it out for everybody to see? Because I already know what I did.
And one thing I do learn, even if they tell you that name and you get mad about that name or whatever they say you are, then that might be something that insecurity might be still sitting there and you may not have totally dealt with it. Because one thing I do realize, God will allow us to go he'll get us at that surface and he'll be like, oh God, can I breathe for air? And you breathe for air and he'll bring that thing right back to you.
You keep going.
And you keep going until you get to the root of whatever that insecurity or that thing that you're dealing with and you're going through. So it is, like I said, insecurities run so deep. But it's good. It is definitely, like I said, I know this is a subject that people do not like to talk about. because it makes you go in deeper within self and identify those things that you really need to work on, because it is a part of your self-awareness. And we are always going to process. It's an ongoing thing over and over and over again, because we're always growing and evolving into something great. And so for me, I'll even say this. I was saying, okay, so how do you identify it, it's there. So what are the things that you should do to work on it? So as I was looking, these are the things that it was saying, the article I was reading. So first you identify it, and then you got to find out the root of it. And then they said openly communicate it. So that goes back to knowing your tribe.
So that's the thing. Who do you openly communicate it with?
Me personally, I have my people that there's certain things I'm gonna talk to you about. I think me and you discussed that. There's certain things I'm gonna talk to you about.
Exactly.
Certain things I'm gonna talk to you about. Certain things I'll talk to my spiritual parents about.
But that's a tribe.
I definitely know who my tribe is.
Yep. And so that's why you will always hear me say, know your tribe. Know who you can talk to, who can handle you and your mess.
But what if someone's bringing up your insecurity, a particular insecurity?
That might be their insecurity.
Exactly. But one thing I can say about you, Kia, and Tammy, y'all don't sugarcoat nothing when it comes to me. And that's the part that makes me love you guys even more. Even if I am wrong, you guys correct me in love, even though if you do yell, Renee.
She said, Renee.
Y'all correct me in love, and y'all don't steer me wrong.
Right.
And that's what I love about it. And I can be me with y'all, man.
Yeah,
like,
that's the difference.
And what you said too, when someone corrects you in love, like it's like somebody can't come to you and say something to you. Like somebody had said something to Renee. I'm not gonna go in detail with it, but somebody had said something a long time ago. And you remember, you got a deal. And like I told, you can say stuff to people. I can say stuff to Renee because it'll be coming from different places.
That's right.
You don't have that relationship with that person.
So you need
that
to
ain't
be
your place
wise.
to say
That's right. That's right.
That is not your place to say nothing if you don't have that relationship with a person. You get what I'm saying?
Totally agree.
Like if Renee, me, we have a relationship. It's certain things she could say to me that somebody that I just met
really can't say.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because then it ain't coming from love. I don't know where that come from, but how dare you say that?
I don't know, but I'm saved, but I ain't solving. If you want to get punched, you better not say it.
So then it says focus on the positive. So you know that insecurity, you don't identify the insecurity. Okay, and even if it's one word, go back. I would even say go back and look at the positive about that word. Pull out the positive, and I'm just gonna throw a beauty. So if you know, for example, you have an issue with your loving yourself or knowing yourself, you turn that thing around and say, okay, what is it that I can do to love myself better? Because we can always have a beautiful person come into the room and she might be beautiful, but then you might say, girl, I don't like that skirt she got on. That's too short. You wish you had that skirt on, and you wish you could fit that skirt. So, but that's an insecurity because they might feel like, well, I can't get in no skirt like that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? So that's what it was saying. The article I was reading. Also, this is a big one. Pursue professional help.
Mental health.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that stems from it. Dealing with your mental health.
Because they will pull it out you because they don't know you like that. So they going to call you.
Honey, girl, let me tell you something. I went to therapy, and that lady said, yeah, you got borderline personality. And when she said it, I said, I sure do.
Yep.
Oh, I got it bad. And I said, you know what? That's probably screaming and yelling like that. Because I could be nice and sweet and then something would trigger me, and I'd be screaming and yelling, and I used to be like, my kids used to be like, what? Girl, what is wrong with you? So I'm like, oh, that's why I was doing that. Borderline personality. And I like control.
But you know what, too? Like years ago, a doctor said I had
PTSD.
Post-traumatic stress syndrome. And the thing is with that, you have to figure out where it's coming from.
You got to get to the bottom of that.
But I'm just saying, you have to figure it out. What is triggering
that for you to?
So guess what? When you figure that out, you deliver.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Because then you put a name on what that thing is, and then you go to the back. You go to the
and that's
behind
exactly
it.
What I had.
And it's almost like a trail.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that was that. What was I doing when
that
happened?
It's like doing a puzzle.
So it's like, what was I doing when that happened? Where was I when that happened? What color was I wearing? It was that detailed.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, I had on blue and red. Where was I at? Them colors triggered me. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what that is right there.
Stuff that we think.
So when you go to get mental health,
you
gonna then. That's when you got to do your self work. Of course.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't want to do that self work, but that's definitely true.
Accept your limitations. Be okay with your limitations.
Baby. Every day.
Be okay with your limitations.
Okay. You ain't perfect.
No.
You ain't no perfect mama.
And be okay. Like, I
can't do that.
That is not.
You better catch an Uber.
That's where the boundaries come in at.
You better catch an Uber.
That goes back to what we said last week. Understand your boundaries.
Yeah, believe it or not, I used to be a yes man. Yeah, I keep your kids. Yeah, you can borrow this money. No, you ain't gonna take me back. Well, this was me, you know. Y'all can move in and stay with me, but honey, let me tell you something about the word no. I like it. Since I said no, I keep plenty paper towels, plenty tissue, plenty washing powders. I ain't taking care of nobody else. You can't get nothing. First of all, I'm not even pouring into nobody that can't pour back into me. I used to be real big on making sure everybody good, making sure everybody eat, and in the stipulations of that, they kicked in my door, tried to rob me, called social service on me, stole my money, all kinds of stuff, honey. But let me tell you something about self-awareness. When you become aware of who you are and you don't need all that lollygagging, boom, boom, boom people, baby, and know where your tribe is, you keep all your paper towels, all your tissue, all everything, all your sugar, all your food. You ain't got to worry about that because you pour into people who pour into you.
Self-awareness and surroundings.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. And another thing, it says, accept your differences. Be able to, celebrate your differences. So if you are, like you said, you know what your insecurity is, and you can work, you're working through it. Always celebrate, okay, I achieved that. Because then we're always, you talk to people all day, every day. And triggers come along all the time. So even if those triggers continuously come, you are aware of it, and it did not trigger you that time. So now you could be like, oh, thank God, I'm working on it. It's good. And you are, as you are being aware of your triggers, and aware of those insecurities, things that people won't do, or things that people do, it won't bother you as bad. And you may have that cringing moment, but you're always a working process.
Yes, ma'am.
And so even for me, I would say taking care of yourself. So that stems from when you take care of yourself, and taking care of yourself, that means your physical. That, like you said, going to a counselor, identifying certain things and being okay with identifying it. It just stems from a whole lot of work that you do have to do. And be okay with it. Be okay with you. And be okay with the people around you. Have enough trust and faith in the people around you, of be able to get you to pull you up and not pull you down. And I'll say that again: pull you up and not pull you down. If they're pulling you down, sweetheart, I think you probably need to go find some new tribe, a new people to deal with, because a lot of times when we're in that phase of going through processes like this, it opens up some wounds.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It opens up some wounds.
And sometimes you just might need to be quiet.
Absolutely. Get to yourself. I'm good for that.
I've learned that the hard way. You know, you got to get to yourself.
Yes. Be by yourself. Get to yourself.
Sometimes God will force you to be to yourself.
Absolutely. He will shake your whole entire world.
Stop it. You ain't got nobody. I don't care. Yeah.
So, just be open. Be okay working through yourself. Identify yourself.
Yeah.
The good, bad, and the ugly. I'll tell you this. It makes you. It pushes you far in life.
It does. It humbles you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It definitely will humble you to an extent. You like, okay, and life won't be as hard as because I think a lot of times we have so much stuff that we compile and have gathered up through the years. And it's settled. It's almost like, I think I used this analogy before. You know, you're at the landfill and you see all this trash.
Yeah. And
you accumulated all this trash and you picked up all this trash and it's just sitting there. And so you get at a place in life where you would be like, all right, I got to clear out this landfill because if I don't, I'm going to continue to go through these things that I'm dealing with over and over and over and over again until it's to the point where I'm like.
But I say too, when you go through things over and over again, that's God putting you through them things until you learn your lessons.
I'm about to say, you learn your lessons.
Pick up your lessons keep, you like, Lord, why do you keep bringing that back to me? Like, why do you bring this crazy man back to me, Lord?
Lord, please keep him where he at.
Why do you keep doing this, Lord? Change your mindset. Can get it together. Like, God, what?
Please do not bring him back.
So, I just hope that, you know, these are some things that you guys can really think about throughout your week.
Yes.
It's a great time to do this because we are still at the beginning of the year, and we are still processing and doing some things. We don't know what our year is going to look like. We never know what our year is going to look like.
Never.
And so we have to be mindful of the things that we are pushing out, but also refilling them with positive. And it even goes back to what you said, Aisha. A lot of times when you pour and you pour and you pour and you pour into someone else and they're not reciprocating the same thing, you get empty. Whew. And then even in that emptiness, you start to get frustrated and then you start bleeding on everybody else.
So can I say this? So there was a time that wasn't the first time, but recently I was depressed. And this person named Tashelle would call me every single day. Get up, get out of bed. Girl, no. She did it so much, y'all. I get up before she do. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. She sleep at 5:30.
Sometimes Jesus get me up.
But I'm up.
Jesus wake me up at 4.
You know what I'm saying? I'm up every day. And then there was Kia. And then my cousin Jamie. Even Tammy. Like, I remember as far back when I was going through whatever I was going through. And she called me and said, hey, let's go out to eat. And we went to Ruby Tuesday in the mall. You know what I'm saying? You be grateful for people like that in your life. I'm not saying that the friends that I grew up with were horrible friends. I'm not saying that. Because I have one who is just like y'all. She held me accountable for my stuff. But meeting y'all has gave me a new perspective on dealing with women. Because I will always say, I don't like females. They messy. They this and that. But y'all seriously have gave me a new perspective on dealing with women. I know everybody ain't gonna be like y'all. I kind of look at them sometimes and be like, no, I don't know what they motive is, what they want. You know what I'm saying? Because all of us may not talk every day. We don't see each other every day, but when we link up, and it's like we never were apart. We don't judge each other. We can talk about anything. Like, I love that.
That's good. So Tammy, because we're wrapping up because we're running out of time.
Okay.
Tammy is going to do a quote of the week,
and it was on respect. And it's something that I say all the time. It's something I do all the time. Respect is one of the first lessons we learned as a child. Think about it. Do to others as you would have them do to you.
That's right.
That's a fact.
That's right.
That's a scripture, but I live by that for real.
And when you give respect, you get respect.
Yeah, but you learn as a child. You on the playground, you learn to respect your people you playing with.
Absolutely.
Your mama respects you when you change your diaper.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or she gonna get peed on.
Yeah.
So for lack of better words, do the work, y'all. Do the inner work. I know that's easier said than done. And even with doing the inner work, be okay with doing the inner work. And don't compile it all at one time, because this is like I said, it's an ongoing process.
It is.
You're always growing. You're always revolving. You're always evolving. And it's okay. And make sure you have people that are going to be there with you to help you press through whatever that you're dealing with and whatever you're going through. So we love you guys.
We do.
Like I said, go follow us on YouTube.
Yes.
Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on
Spotify.
iHeart. Not Apple yet. We waiting on Apple. Just and Google and iHeartRadio. Just follow us.
And not only want you to follow us, we want you to share.
Yes, please share.
Because we think all women need it.
Yes, everybody.
So share. Yeah.
So share,
Everybody.
tag a friend. We will be having our replays up. I mean, you can even replay this too as well. So we thank you. We love you guys. We hope you have an amazing week. We will see you guys same time, same place at 7:00.
Next Tuesday.
Ladies Kickback Tuesday.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
See you guys later.
Bye-bye. I will see you later. Thanks for the love.
Yes.